Welcome to the Hauptstrecke München-Augsburg. In this video we're going to take a look at the DB-BR 423 EMU which runs on this line. Germany's main cities and countryside regions often comprise of frequently stopping S-Bahn services. This high-capacity multiple unit is ideal for these busy routes. In total, 462 4-car units were built over a 9-year period from 1998. It has a top speed of 140 km per hour or 87 miles per hour. Let me show you everything you need to drive the DB-BR 423 EMU. Start by opening the doors and entering the cabin. Door controls are clearly visible and the controls are displayed on screen. To get the unit started, you will need to find the panel on the column to the left of the main windscreen. First, let's add power to the unit by priming the auxiliary battery. Turn and hold the battery button for 5 seconds. The battery gauge on top of the panel will confirm the unit now has power. Using this panel, you can also turn on the CIFA, LZB and PZB safety systems. If you haven't used these systems before, we'd suggest leaving them off until you want to try increasing the difficulty in authenticity. This panel also has other buttons we'll cover shortly. Now we're sitting down in the driver's seat. Let's go over these controls and get this unit moving. Start by inserting the master key into the reverser, then turn the reverser to your direction of choice. Raise the pantograph using its height control, then set the pantograph circuit breaker to close. This gives the train power from the overhead wires. To illuminate the buttons and dials across the panel, find the instrument light dimmer. It's located to the far right of the top part of the main panel. I've set this at 100% so we can see what we're doing. You now need to prepare the lights for the unit. This will vary depending on time of day and weather. They're currently set as high beams. You can turn the cab lights and passenger cabin lights on and off from here also. There is also a spotlight control and a dimmer which help to illuminate the cab's central panel. For additional grip and visibility on rainy days, the sand application button and window heating button are found in the centre of the panel at the back. The wiper control button is located on the far right of the control panel on the vertical surface by the driver's right leg. Pick your speed based on how heavily it is raining. Should you need the horn, the button located on the central panel can be pushed back or pulled towards you. There's also a blind you can pull down for particularly sunny days too. Be mindful that unlike other blinds, this can completely cover the driver's window, so it's probably a good idea to try this when you are not moving. Before we move off, let's quickly cover the buttons for the safety features too. The PZB controls are all located here on the far left of the main panel. You also have the ability to hold down the CIFA reset pedal in much the same way the driver would on the real thing. You also need to release the parking brakes before you can start moving. The parking brake apply and release buttons are located on the same panel as the auxiliary battery button. You can also turn the air conditioning system on and off from here. Now we're all set and we're ready to move off. This unit has a combined throttle and brake lever. Apply power to the train by moving the throttle forward, being mindful not to apply too much power in lower speed restriction areas. Once the train is in motion and you've reached your desired speed, set the throttle control to 0. This allows the unit to coast at its current speed. And now we're moving. To slow the train down or bring it to a halt, pull the throttle brake lever handle back. Apply whatever amount of brake pressure you feel the given situation requires. To activate the emergency brake, simply pull the handle right back. I recommend spending some time practicing how the train reacts to both brake and throttle controls, as the unit will be stopping and starting regularly to pick up passengers. If there is a more serious problem, an emergency brake button can be found on the far right of the top part of the main panel. Once you've reached your destination safely, you'll want to get your passengers on and off as quickly as possible so you can stay on time. The door controls are located on the right of the main control panel. To uncouple the unit you're in from another unit, simply press the uncouple button found here. If you wish to couple the trains, they have an automated coupler, so simply slowly connect the two. To select a new destination for the destination boards throughout the train, use the number keys found at the bottom of the far left screen on the main panel. Start by pressing the number 8 followed by the number 2. This will then give you 3 options. The number 1 lets you change all of the destinations on all the units of your train. The number 2 lets you change the forward unit's boards, and finally the number 3 lets you change the second unit's boards. The destination options that are available will appear, and the units with boards being changed will be highlighted in yellow. Scroll up and down through the options on screen until you find the destination you want, and then hit Enter to confirm. This quick guide to the DB BR423 EMU should give you everything you need to enjoy your driving experience of this busy commuter unit.